historic rivals.
One opportunity.
And no second chances.
In the last EMEA Final.
But not his will. Back for one last shot at glory. Crashes!
Year to grind. Now witness redemption. It's purple!
Now for the punishment of fire!
All tournament in his final form. It's Camo!
For his 8th appearance on the global stage, IGL Boston!
He isn't lurking behind you. Welcome, Nat!
2 unforgettable Vegas!
B5, the Batman himself, introducing Master Wayne!
Of his rookie year, give it up for Kayak!
But he'll strike fear into your heart. It's Minibo!
All right, one more ticket to Santiago.
It's up here already. Bea, tell me why you're screaming.
What do you mean? Why are you not screaming?
The Wayne stage?
Yeah, the Wayne stage. I was going to say the Wayne stage, the nuts, brimstone. Like, I don't know, where do I start? The sky, purple in the sky, like...
Playing quite passive down the bottom of mid. They've already been smoked off, but the pressure's coming in elsewhere as Liquid get aggressive on A main. The dog, the economy for them. Fnatic try to recover this man disadvantage. It's doubled up from Liquid in this corner. So much damage done in a previous game by Camo, but this time we see the numbers equalize.
Fnatic have been able to recover. The space taken was massive, and well, a man that we're definitely going to turf of Corrode. Althea has given them the advantage. Nats will turn it back, though. Level things up for the moment, and even take an advantage with Wayne. It leaves Vekaj.
That plan's certainly not ideal for him. Got to get a move on now with the smoke down. Suspects a player in heaven. Great read from Vekaj. Goes in to stop this before it gets too far out of hand. Wayne, it's not a bad idea. That's going to be a Red Bull clutch to kick us off.
Of course, it had to be a Fnatic clutch to start out the game. It's something we expect quite a lot of. I'm sure Wayne has been... He's already made a name for himself just in the last game alone. It was a space of a few rounds where he put off 2 of the greatest clutches we've ever seen.
I think the main thing is, though, if it's, well, never mind the theory crafting, Liquid are going aggressive. On A that they fought for with that wall a couple of times now. And they're conditioning their opponents, but Vekaj somehow ends up with 2. Purpo doing his best to pull this back, but they're stuck up close. And Team Liquid need to make something of this aggression, and they have. First already found, but the spike down in the open. A crossfire, but while the smokes come in, Boaster takes his timing. The Nets takes the round. Team Liquid.
Well, their goal is not to necessarily beat you with their game plan. Their game plan is to stop your game plan. It's get in your face, it's get scrappy, it's fight you before you can get anywhere near what you wanted to achieve. And this round is all about that. They never stop pushing. They're fighting for the spawn towards the end of the round. Take those risks because they must almost expect to lose it. You see it again. Hunter's Fury even going to be used, but Purpo's flying ahead of it. Camo is as well. You're expected to flee, fall back, run for the hills when a Hunter's Fury comes through, but instead they fight forward again. The W key constantly being pressed, and Wayne just isn't stopping, going for more and more. Only one standing in crashes as 4 players remain on the other side. The first comes easy, maybe not. Doesn't even get that one.
Match up to Fnatic. Well, in the first 6 rounds, or as the 6th ends, a timeout coming from Fnatic. They won the pistol, the follow-up, and nothing really since then. And Team Liquid's staple early aggression.
Let's go! Let's go!
Almost got him through the wall there. Alpha's wondering if he was seen. And there's still aggression coming through. This time, it will be punished. The slow goes in, the orbital strike, but there's a gap.
Almost as a bit of a bait. Well, Minibu's looking to get rid of it. The aggression on the other side is punished, though. The push and pull of Fnatic starting to come into a...
Such a good fake. I saw it in the cam as Alpha called for this play, but does he expect there to be another player? They might think Miniboo, the one who was on A earlier, is the last man standing on this side of the map. The steps heard, and that's Wayne's chance to strike with a kill on the other side of the map. This is far from over, and the wall, along with the slow, it's gonna cost them so much time. Fnatic make it in, the slow buys them space, but they need to stand their ground on this swing, and just about in the nick of time the plan comes in, a recovery.
Nats is basically hoping for a mistake, and he's going to get flanked on instead. Kayak with the wraparound, and Fnatic will
sit down on that control, push up towards B main as well, take that deep. They know now no one's in the corner. You start to think that it could just be that solo defender. Yeah, the Sage should be somewhere now taken down. Let's see, one guy left on site. Let's go in, but there's actually a backup. There's a second player here. Flash pop. Purple still standing. Dominates the duels, and the round is for Team Liquid. As a result, that third man flying under the radar has caused it to come crashing down for Fnatic.
And then landing both shots in that split second. Because even though it was so late, look, 10 seconds on the clock here, 8 as he goes for the kills. If he dies there, they still get the point, they still win the round. Like, that is how much of a margin that came down to.
Burst on in, but the quick rotation and mini boost still sees that third player here, and now a danger in this corner. The judge, oh, it's going to be terrifying. The jump shot, oh, it strips Mikaj of more than half his health. But they're still standing with 3. Purpo looks to change things as they break through this smoke. With the flash, it will be the same in response, but Mikaj dodged it! And nobody dodged his shots in return! Feeding up a healthy course of lead, and Alpha's there with the dessert. Fnatic 1 away from tying this up at the half, and
the way that he's playing this is like, I'm going to flash for myself around a corner and then jump in. Like, it is just Phoenix gameplay, but a Sky in disguise.
He's watched far too much Jack Igo VODs. I mean, I don't know if he's singing Maroon 5 down there, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Looking pretty damning at 5-2, but as said, Fnatic comfortable on that defense. This is so aggressive from the defensive side, and again it's working out. Miniboo's running through his own teammate Smoke, and it's smoked out wonderfully. Just a complete wipe down off that Neon, and they'll take...
It feels like they threw the playbook out the window in favor of brute force in so many of these rounds. Liquid looking strong on map 1, half 1. More to come after the break. Anything but rotates from Liquid. And again, they've shown presence A main. Now 2 players coming through this connector. I mean, this is clearly a split of the A site. That's clearly where they want this fight to go.
I'll see if he can get one, it would be nice. But yeah, he's sitting all the way back. Maybe just hold on to some of the space. That would be a bigger issue. If they lose full control of everything, it's going to be tough. Becca has already just gone through. And in the meantime, Liquid have got aggressive. They've taken full control of the spawn and even swinging back in. Boaster not quite prepared for Miniboo to be that aggressive in the last 2, only just getting into position.
Well, nice shots from Crashies, but 1 kill, 2, still 2 more to go. Miniboo up top will swing wide, and the Bandit closes this round. Liquid, he's doing a good job at least to start. See if he can have that same impact over mid that Brock did. Play back at Champs. How's he gotten away with? He's out of there? That's madness, and with Purpo and the Sage.
Yeah, dash out and then just run through the smoke and find a pick. Kayak's now going to try and beat them at their own game, but Purpo just waiting on the other side.
Could be a chance to pull this back. 100 Fury's still there, but Crashies has to secure his back, and it's this pick. Oh, no!
Dear.
That could decide everything. Well, decision made.
It's not broad.
Mikaj did dodge that flash, though. They won't expect him to be this far forward, but the chance converts to 1 kill. And Alfier probably just wants to save this weapon for the next. Good thing he's
set up both times on that B side. I mentioned it the last couple of times that, well, go back to the mates game, they won 16-14. He was 31 and 21. He basically was the reason they won. I think he was the only positive player on Fnatic. Well, if he's going to man the B side, I'd rather go and fight the 4 on A.
Around the A side, nobody in main this time. A completely different round from Liquid for that reason. The trap has been put in towards A main, but instead, Fnatic have played back. Kayak from going down to the spam, but here's the bookie. A chance, an opportunity, perhaps with his back held, but Miniboo just dove past Mikaj, took Boaster from behind, and now this round is done. Alfier, the last man standing, and well, his name's already in the history books. This one would underline it. 12-6 for Team Liquid. The shoe's on the other foot here.
Yeah, and a lot of the time you're going to go into those first vetoes and go for your strengths. I do think there's some mind games played in the veto as well, like maybe you feel a bit more comfortable on like map number 3 or something, because that could be the one that ends up being the beginning of the comeback or the one that seals it, which of course would be Liquid in form, and their opponents yet to really show up to the party, especially in this second half. Boaster will kick off, the pressure put on, Hunter's Fury thrown out to delay them. That B hit, they were finally going to go B. But they might have been denied at the door. No, they're pushing.
Now they've committed so much already, and Liquid have won when they forced the issue. My God! The plant here, hell, or if he goes and gets a pick, I suppose.
Oh, dear.
The round could be yours, and then Nats just picks up an op.
They've avoided
And the heal on Camo.
the one time the setup was on the other side. They avoided Althea again, and now the Nats operator has taken over. Althea, he's been the last alive in every single round, never having a chance to have impact. Their Alpha Radar available the entire time. Does he have anything to keep them in their map choice, to stop them going 0-1 in this series? There's a second. Third as well! Maybe this is his moment! No, it is not! Nats will stop him accessing the site, and Liquid take their opponent's choice to start things off 1-0.
Boo standing by with the Sheriff. Remember, they don't have to commit to these fights, already having that advantage. Fight out of a smoke, take that front site control. Boo's caught a bit in the open here. Already down to 50, revealed as well, but this is what it's all about. Waiting for that flash. Boo going down makes it a bit more awkward, and Crashies still had vision, took Purpo down, and puts Fnatic into the lead. Oh my, Alpha! It's a messy fight. Nats ends up with one somehow, but it might not play a role. And in the end, it's a cleanup for Fnatic.
Those fights, and after it happens again early, like look at where he is fighting people. It's closer to your spawn than it is to the site. But it's the way they have their opponents back, and a little bit of luck, you know. It happens sometimes. 1-0.
Come on, then! Come on and push us!
You know this is your last chance as well. You'll be watching Santiago from home, and the energy's looking better on Fnatic, but in this round, the opening pick goes to Liquid.
But in 2024 and 2025, they did watch from home until coming back at stage 1. That's nice from Camo, though. The slow, perfect.
A shame to lose that showstopper in the opening duel. That was so close. The right idea by Kayak, but the wrong execution. That flash, though, a different story. He's got himself two eventually. Took down Camo, but here he comes again, the menace on the server. Sliding around and finding one.
Some of this aggression that has caught their opponents out quite a bit. The initial firing squad and then the reaction coming out from Camo. That is the trouble with this composition, is if you fall into... thing that goes into my mind when he's talking about Fracture.
Rolling back the years, my goodness. There's the showstopper finally put through, and Liquid's response is, as you may have expected, to go pushing, but Purpo made a big mistake. The showstopper finds its mark. Kayak with the disruption into the spawn. Natsto, ice in a furnace. He's grabbed two. That might just keep Liquid in. These players in towards Lamps as he was watching the cross, but Crashies somehow survives. Left into the 1v1, but Boaster waits on the other side of that molly for the
Piece of this one, like a showstopper in one way, an aggressive showers push the other way, a spawn fight back in from the defenders, and then it all coming down to 1v1 where Boaster has to take down Miniboo. The economy on the brink, a couple of rifles into play, one of them in the hands of Nats, and while Camo was hoping to find a victim, it's actually Nats to find one instead.
Yeah, they ran away from the bark of that shorty and ran right into the bite. Crashies could be the spike down, but the space is good.
I think he used his ult maybe at the beginning of the round, but that's it. He's just sat with a classic. The only thing he'll bring his team is information, but how are they even going to get there in time? They can't take... And now they're being flanked once again. Fnatic leaving things desperately low. And there's the Viper Spit. They're just trying to delay for Camo. They're trying to give him space. If he could drop the spike, this round is basically over. And he's going to try and make that move.
10 seconds left.
Already getting in on the flank. The spike just about being planted, but I don't even think it matters anymore. Vekash has to clutch versus the whole squad, and it's the classic to take him down. Liquid.
Aggression, whether it's Nats wrapping up behind you, This is not a map that you can give that much space. I like the idea of playing it slow, but that little bit of extra delay, the read from Liquid. I'm also surprised that Liquid had used at like 40 seconds. They threw in the snake bite towards
there as well, but their opponents are going. Again, it's just an immediate push up mid, and they might have been caught by a Prowler, but they're just going to flash straight through the smoke. Might be the end of them. It just depends how quickly
Flank is
the
getting
Molly's
so
now.
close to coming to completion, and now there it is, off the orbital strike, and ult cancelled out for a piece of utility. And although Kayak finds two, now the flank strikes, the spike is stuck in this corner. They might have the sight, but they need to get out. And the damage done leaves Purple back up for Liquid to continue this dominant run. 4 out of 5 rounds, but Kayak will seal the deal for Fnatic. The lead is back in their hands.
He goes through with his TP and is completely alone. This is him fighting versus all the opponents while his teammates are just stuck in a corner, and he gets 2 openers and then even clutches it out at the end. This is the star power that we needed to see. I think this might be easier said than done. Alfia already setting up, 40 seconds left. No one is even close to rotating. They'd have to dip through the TP, and that's as bad as it could have gone. Viper on Viper. Nightfall will be thrown in. They've got the information, but this is where that fast flank through the TP needs to come in, and the showstopper is going to buy them. Well, don't buy them time. No, he's just going to send it.
Yeah, he's done damage on a camo, though. Here goes the convergence path. Now time to dive on in. Could be pressure for Alfia to deliver. Down below, Hookah, and he's been spun on by Miniboo. Another perhaps, but no, the Kaz is there to greet him. A lead present sent his way. Wayne, look at the wrong way. He's being sliced up, and Fnatic 4 versus 2. The godlike performance needed in Purple as the time ticks. Another found, and it's down to just Kayak. They've done it. Every shot landed for Team Liquid.
Baffled by the fact that they've managed to turn that back around. I was fully convinced after the knife that this was completely close. Nonetheless, I need myself a breather, so let's go down to Lou, who's standing by with a lovely interview.
You know these faces
Can turn things. Vekaj already under pressure. He's running for the hills. He's seen the double dive into the site, and he's having
spike
Better to
planted.
set up for the post, but Vekaj is going to be caught, pincered on both sides. There's still 3 players moving towards the spawn. Nats is wrapping up behind, doing damage, being a thorn in the side and the back for Alphayer as Camo on 10 HP. It takes quite a brave fight indeed, but he's got the info. Last 2 players fully spotted, and you can see Liquid ready for every engagement sent their way. Even if Miniboo goes down, oh, I was going to say he's likely to. Never mind, little help from his friends.
always the most terrifying part when you face off against this Liquid side is I feel like this is now the perfect way to activate Nats. Like you have this super fast-paced aggro into the site.
Well, a minute 30, and it seems Liquid are going to be pretty quick with this one. Even with the ability to TP back, the whole squad is behind Camo, and he doesn't seem to be going anywhere. He wants to go forward. He wants to push through, and with the Sky Flash, they'll try! Wayne puts 2 in the ground. Numbers back even for a moment, but Boaster pulls the advantage out of thin air. Only 2 left, but it's Wayne and Nats.
Nats is facing the wrong way. Oh, it should have been free, but even still, he manages to catch Crashies, and Wayne, in clutch scenarios, has been sublime, and he needs to get past this utility now. The judge should be deadly, and well, Boaster is there again, climbing up that scoreboard. As you said, a lot to play with in this one. Showstopper, it's been baited out. They've gone the other way. Can he find something for it? Not quite. Miniboo, the one person quick enough.
That Showstopper can pick up a whole lot more, a whole lot faster. For Fnatic, waiting outside this site. All 5 players are here, and although they're sitting in the smokes containing the space, they haven't yet decided to strike until Alpha goes up top now. Here comes the invasion of the A site. Fnatic, they've already found 2. Both falling into the hands of Alphayer. Someone has to fight back on Liquid if the climb back is to continue. Really? And it will be a danger lurking as they've spotted him. The Yoru's looking to push on through, but hold on, Boaster's gone down. Shorty for Nats grabs a double, and the Chance still alive. The duelist of Purple, as we know him, here on the Sky, popping the flashes to buy them time and swinging for the home run. It's a Red Bull clutch, and Liquid
only Nats. Only Nats has the call to do that. I was sat there.
You're a
I was sat there thinking, there's no way he can even get back into his own pit. But that was never the plan. The plan was to leave everybody low enough for his teammate to close out the round.
Let's go, boys!
And after using up their final pause, the final pause of Bind, aggression towards B long. The trade is B site means backs turned on A, and that's where Nats is filling in that space to prime Nats with the space taken, and the Cash can watch the angle. All he wants, the only thing he'll see is a bullet speeding to.
Like you can see all of the spams, everything being used to try and delay them. Crashes has got it to half though. Honestly, not bad, but Nats has already taken another name. They're trying to heal him while he pushes. There goes the molly. And now he's in the corner they spammed. Why would they check this? They do! Crashes clears it again. A chance, a spam for Boaster. This is getting interesting, but can he tank the damage? He'd have to go all the way through this. It's going to be close, but not close enough. A nice attempt, but now Crashes with little to no time. It will be the round for Liquid. And all their post-run util does the job.
He just didn't have enough playing with a card less in their own. The molly that was sent through followed the snake bite and then the orbital strike.
Look how close it is.
16 health, and frankly, I don't even call that a pixel away.
Do you think as well?
11-10, the lead taken out of their hand with no chance to fight for it until Liquid push up to 12, until they are, not just on the home stretch, they're knocking on the door, and Fnatic, one chance to fight for this. They need to push it to OT. And they're not winning this one, I'll tell you that. Nats is tied with his food and end zone flawless with style. Liquid. Oh, and right now, Liquid look like the better squad.
He just 360'd him. He's going for old school phase and optic clips. Like, what is this? Is he making a montage mid-game?
I don't know what's going on. What's going on?
Has done in the past what he's going to do. But dealing with him is a problem. This round, they've got him. They found him. There's more pieces to the puzzle. Boaster on the corner. He's going to dodge the ult. Gives him a way out of there, but he's under serious pressure. The spam not quite catching him, and this time the defense hold the line.
Oh yeah, even with the one for Camo, so much more needing to be done. The playing towards the spawn could cause problems. In fact, it does. Camo lands it. TP can be taken. 2 versus 3, and the A site open as well. Even towards bathroom, you have to be scared. This is gonna, he was playing here until a matter of seconds ago. They know that nobody's coming from the spawn. They know that they'll be wrapping around, and Camo's connected the dots for his triple. The numbers even, the time ticking, and Fnatic are the ones that need this and a follow-up. They've got to pick up the pace already. Camo's got 4, and he'll close it with the ace. Camo cleaning up, puts them 13-10, 2-0, and 1 map away from Santiago. Team Liquid set themselves up for success, and maybe even for Santiago. Fnatic,
they know Nats
still have a chance. Indeed, the double cages have given away the game. Drag the rotate to the A site, then catch them in the chaos. Really well done by Liquid, that late mid-aggression. He's been caught inside of smoke. That's not gonna help him. And his buddy's just giving him a bit of cover, I guess. And well, maybe it's worked out! Oh my God! Well, a 3v3 out of nowhere, and Kayak somehow still alive.
Yeah, he's just holding the line. He's buying time, and that's where Boaster strikes. A lurker on the other side. There's a man just waiting in the corner, and that's a freebie for Bekash, leaving only Purpo standing. A flash ready if he needs it, but he's just going to go for the timing. Loses the fight. Isolated from the rest of the team, but they swing before the ping. No chance. And with Kayak getting his 3rd of the round.
Yeah, really remarkable work from Kayak.
Oh, he should have been 100% been dead.
There is no scenario in which he should get out of there. I genuinely think the smoke helped a lot just to give him that extra split second to adjust.
And now the opponents are encroaching on that flank, but with Nats still alive, they do have to give the game away.
Team Liquid know there's someone coming behind, so you might have to fight for some space, and the decision on where that's going to be, it hasn't been made just yet. In fact, they go back to the site, the double flank now coming through, and Fnatic can put pressure on from all sides. and leave heaven, the riskier of the usual angles, and as they push on out, there was a chance. Nats tried to catch them off guard up there and realizes nobody's home. The push came in from everywhere else, and Wayne, well, he's actually got a chance. He's won crazier rounds in the past, and a 1v1 forced! Wayne has done it again! The Red Bull clutch!
Never gonna get bored of watching this guy play.
How does he do it?
You stick him in the late round and he just never seems to miss a single bullet. Kayak, if that had landed, he would have been dead, but it's just ripping them a new one. So many clutch plays.
Maybe the comeback isn't too far out of the realms of possibility. Liquid, grouped up, gonna cause a big problem for Kayak. It's an outlaw down. There'll be no chance to really deny this plant unless they want to get crazy aggressive.
That might be enough to steal this round away. Hunter's Fury for Purpo as well. Look how passive he's currently sitting. Another tag connected. Low players. There's the ultimate available, and there it is popped. A teammate wrapping around, and again, he's chipped away at Crash. He's leaving Nats to seal the deal. A catch onto Kayak was enough for Liquid.
Now, when you've got a chamber or something like that, sure, you get out of there right away, but with the Jet, a little bit more difficult. It takes a little bit longer. And as a result, they found a huge play here.
It's coming under scrutiny.
Here comes the dive, but Camo will be out of there, you'd imagine. In fact, he is, but it's Alpha connecting the shot. 3 seconds, that could be enough, but Alpha needs to be so careful.
We get
A
pinged.
cage on the other side protects Nats, or so he thought, but the spam through has dropped him. Running out of ammo. The only way they can deal with Alpha, but the flank from Wayne now makes this a competitive round for Wayne, and they've made the read, but Fnatic won't get there in time. Spike stolen, plant secured.
Yeah, he's so far away. You can see, though, that Purpo's goal is just basically to watch that isn't the case. The one thing he has to be very careful of, though, yeah, is it being denied. And there you go. Smart stuff from Becca. She waits for the first pop, manages to remove it. Crashy's just trying to block the player from swinging. They wait together, and Fnatic will hold the line.
Becca even threw in a little bit of a curl. Is he on it, or did he throw that flash? What was the timing in that moment? Little hesitation, but it wasn't even needed. As they are there to clean up in the end. A great round from Alpha, though. That triple that he finds. He had no right getting even the second.
This is why in Corrode they don't go to his site. This what happens when you do.
Part of it. Otherwise, the Hunter's Fury would secure the round. Used perfectly. Kept for just the right moment. Huge tags. 2 players down and 1 left to have. Crashies. Oh my goodness, that early impact. Delay, it's causing some gaps, some problems, you would think. But a 10 HP Alpha still wins that fight.
They're happy to now fall back. Both players locked in as the retake begins. Minibu needed to get something early, if fear. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult to fight from this point. And a wonderful flash gives Crashies his 3rd of the round. He started it off beautifully with the Hunter's Fury.
Control, hands tightly gripped around those reins, and of all the times to have a big performance like that, again, that's 2.5 tags, 2.5 kills, sorry, coming out of the Hunter's Fury. But a smoke off on the left side, they can close the distance, start to get towards this door, breaking into vents, and pressure Poster. Now they get real close to Kayak, and he needs to land the shot, missing the first, but Crashies, he comes in, the guardian angel.
Appeared on horseback to save him in a moment of need. There's much more of a chance.
Might start to think it's open. Camo free beyond the Crashies, but now the whole squad surrounds him, and the op is the first to strike. Kayak does well. And the steel garden, although shallow, it's making it so much easier to cover that ground and make it towards the site. Much needed with time low, but with Nats the only one standing, an almost impossible clutch presents itself. But Nats making the impossible look possible, but still 1 left to deal with, and he'll do it all! A Red Bull clutch for Nats, leading by example.
A guy who likes to play smokes agents who can clutch like crazy, and they added in a second one just for to double it down. It's just absurd. Liquid go from what could have just been one and dones to they are not wanting to let this slip, but just look at the swing coming out. They don't know Nats is there. Even still, it's only 1 this time.
Yeah, again, Crashies is to be commended. That is not only going to have a lot of control over that right side, the wall, keeping it safe, the thorns that will be put up, but now a flash, you can see it on the left, but they can't. And once this pops, big problems brew. But look who's tucked in the corner. Wayne couldn't come out to help because of those thorns. Alphayer, oh, he's drawing blood on backside. But Purpo
planting exactly where he wants, no? He is going to get stunned up, though. No escape, and as free as a kill could be. The last round was one to forget for Fnatic. They've at least got the lead at the half, and
for Boaster, as he's hitting nothing but body shots. 7-4. Fnatic have the lead, guaranteed at the half. Wasn't enough on the previous, but 8-4. Oh, and frustrating.
All it's really given is the space. Backash has just sat back. They're playing for the retake, and that opener for free is exactly what they were looking for. Crashy's not even giving the fight, denying utility for the post farm, and Backash found another. They're desperately trying to find ground on the Liquid side, find someone to fight, and Backash is that zone! And in a blink of an eye, it turns, leaving it to Boaster. Can he get himself, his teammate back? He should be able to. No, he's baiting. He's trying to get them in, and that did not work. Again, Liquid win an impossible round.
Down and out, yeah, but before we come back for the second half, we've got some special guests in the house. Let's give some special welcome to Mimi, Akita, and Drew. I'm worried about Fnatic have had issues with their plays being very telegraphed.
Oh, already. Backash removed with a shock dart. A nice start to the round, and the spams are going to get him a second. He's been having his moments throughout this game, caught by his teammates blind, but if this is a rotation back, they're going to run straight into Camo. He's even going to slow them. There's nowhere to go. They're boxed in, and now the time in towards the A site and hope they can kill everybody.
One enemy remaining.
Well, or just give up on the round. It's left all onto Althea. He needs to wipe out everybody, and not this time. Liquid climbed to 6. The distance now just 1.
Every round that Liquid take from this point, that's nasty. From this point forward, it's in the back of your mind.
Go back for more.
One round closer to elimination, to kick off.
They are going all the way round behind them in mid. This is a lineup of players. I don't even think they realize how many are here. And while, they're both sliding. It's one of the most awkward fights ever. But Miniboo has found the kill. Kayak.
Considering how Liquid have been playing.
He's behind you.
The timing
He's
of
always
Nats is perfect.
You stole the double knife. That could have been history in the making.
Gun buddies, I forgot to thank you for mine the other week, Jack, but appreciate that. On 4 ult accounts as well.
Oh no.
No more. But 7-7.
Double knife.
It could have been
Double
beautiful.
Knife. It should have been.
But I think it's a long shot here. It's a big on his villain arc, and you can see it, man. He's having fun down there. He's poking, and the start here, Fnatic have sent Kayak back to mid, a score to settle from that last half, and he's found himself a double opening, adding to it is Alpha, and Wayne and Purpo. Backside here, Wayne knife out though, should be dead. 2 rights, and it will be Crashies to deal the death blow.
In the next round, but this rifle would definitely be useful. Kayak's going to be the one taking the fight. Purpo doesn't even react. I think maybe expecting there to be a second layer to this. Well, there it was. He's full blind. Completely blinded. Still wins the pick. And well, eventually, okay, he loses his gun, but he gains his ult. Back in their hands. The back and forth in this second half continues. But the main story was those openers from Kayak. It is just sublime.
And keep in mind how heartbreaking it could be for Fnatic.
Meant they would be online unless a kill was found, but this is dangerous. This is worrying for Fnatic. They are walking into the trap, the time ticking down. Miniboo now with ult online. A Judge still in the corner, it's all falling apart. The shot darts down to 1! Just 1 health is enough for Wade to take out Crashies, and somehow they will win with every player standing!
Someone's mouse might be broken after that. That's gotta be so frustrating. Shock dart to 1 HP, both of them sent in as well. He should have been dead to rights.
Nice! What are you doing?
It's in too late to properly delay them, and the flash completely blinds Wayne. He's dead to rights, and B has fallen. The battle lost before it began, and with Camo down, the resurgence of Fnatic is undeniable. Should be no surprise to see Nats here with that wall just fading moments ago. And even then, Alfier's cleaned up the site, so it doesn't matter. 11 for Fnatic. The lead is theirs. stars, and at the nick of...
Holding for that early aggression down mid, constantly adapting the setup so that when Liquid get aggressive, they're not just dealing with the same player. There's different layers to it, but also I think just the pressure on B. It's seeming like they might rinse and repeat the A site here.
They should have seen the shock went high, but that trip is still up towards the right side. Getting anything from it will be difficult. Purpo, the only man close by. The drone is keeping him back, and did I say that as one gets caught? But no punishment. In goes the convergence path, though. This is Liquid's final stand. They'll put everything into it, throw it all at the wall, and see what sticks. Crashies stuck on site. Alpha by his side, but the drops one by one traded out from Liquid. Liquid OT could seal the deal of a 3-0.
It was narrow margins, to say the least. It definitely helped out getting that convergence path. The reveal also giving up everybody at the end.
He's scared of my sabla.
So much space. They can take presence on the site now. Fnatic getting a little leg up thanks to a missed piece of utility. The site's already theirs. TP coming in as well from Wayne. This is Liquid playing outside for the retake, but the spam's already dropped them. Hold on! Liquid are fighting back. Miniboo's got 3, and out of nowhere, the Hunter's Fury is all that stands for Fnatic. Crashies, overtime on the horizon, and a new dawn with Miniboo on 4. Liquid haven't given up hope yet.
It's between these two if we didn't have an overtime. But I have to say, I did not think we were getting there. I want to watch this from Miniboo's point of view. Wow. Just fully taking over that retake.
To put them closer to a map 4 and to at least take the pressure off. As now it really feels like Liquid just moments away from that 3-0. Knocking on the door, and already this crack showing with Boaster down. This crack has become
Liquid lower bracket runs. Something we've seen so many times. Alfie under pressure, he's stunned up, but has managed to hide in the corner. He is completely isolated, completely alone, and it's only going to be the one. And a swing surely coming. The second Purpo has the contact. He doesn't even need the swing, doesn't even need the help. Nice shot from Crashies, but there's no more of that. Liquid into the back of this B site, waiting for the push to come in. In fact, a fourth now rotating over. Fnatic are walking straight into the trap. How much could Kayak do? It's nothing, but Boaster's there with the trade. Even on a stacked site, they're managing to hold on as Vekash is there with another.
Spike planted.
not dead in the water just yet. Nats at a squad that has never 3-0'd them, never looked this dominant in a matchup, but Fnatic won't let them run away with it. Another overtime, Gary. Well, 2 rounds ago. Seemed to have it all figured out.
This was the perfect read as well from Liquid. You have 4 players on a site that Fnatic go walking into, and again, it's solid work from clears out the back of that site. This time Althea is playing much further back, but Kayak is not. That's Nats dealt with in the first few seconds.
A 5v4. So much space, but they are grouping up to deal with him. Nice work by Crashies to trade it out. Numbers still in favor of Fnatic, but no mistakes can be made here. These players on Liquid have already, even individually, won rounds like this, and now they're together. Great damage from Wayne.
Crashies will be spotted. Operator on the retake, also not ideal, but might work out. If they attempt to get aggressive, it's a missed shot. Miniboo just taking over again. A quick double. Blink and you miss it. It's locked in a fight. And he doesn't even know he's already lost. Surely Wayne will close it before he even gets backstabbed. Another chance to close.
So heartbreaking for Fnatic.
Over-rotating, and now Miniboo even starts going back in the other direction. It's the same again. They're going to walk into a stacked site with 4 players for the 2nd time in a row.
Reveal just went up there deep in EMEA. Now it's going to be 5. Liquid know the hit's coming in. They've read it. Fnatic's playbook sometimes open.
30 seconds left.
In open view of Team Liquid, but they've got the opening and another Kayak. You put numbers here, but that's just more targets for Kayak's practice. Purpo finds one, but it's done after 14. Or almost 5.
And come out almost looking easier than any other round. Like, this was just utility being thrown in as much as possible to give Kayak the chance to find the kills, and he got every single one they needed.
What is that? What the fuck?
Liquid
Pacing.
Quickly moving to this A site. They have hit the gas pedal and their foot's not coming off, but Kayak at least trades out the first fight.
Yeah, ooh, swing up. Wayne wanted to make a play, and now Alfie has taken over to looking to do the damage, but he's been dealt with Miniboo standing. It always feels like there's hope. Giving them at least a little bit of information, both to take a deeper angle, but left with a solo fight. That operator looking to get back in, and now all that remains is Miniboo. But on 70 HP, this might just have to be the best of them, and he has to go moving. The second this tapped, it's not happening for the first time in a while.
And if this drone sees nobody, that could send the round spiraling, but that's huge information.
Fourth, in case they've lost mid-control. Maybe thinking this is bait, and it's not. Kayak again. It's an opener, but can it be turned by Miniboo? No, just the one this time. Camo already filling in the gap. Needs to turn around to try and find them on the side, and the escape might not be there. He's made it back into the smoke, and now Nats has found another. Somehow, they once again find an advantage.
Enemy remaining.
Oh, Nats onto Alpha, and Wayne wrapping around. This one's done. Overtime, 15 to 15, and another required. Endless with the back and forth. I have to say, crazy for Purpo to stand there with the arrow drawn. Could bounce it off the wall, but didn't quite expect to see two players on the other side. The fact that Nats chooses this round to step up, though, it's a statement.
Trying to get the right read on where their opponents are and maybe put their turret into the right place. Camo looking for that same early battle his opponents found just moments ago, and well,
slowly backing off. There's a fight with Nats going down. Inside of mid, they've lost their flank protection. It's time to speed up, but right into the Vice setup, and it's nice and passive as well from Alpha. Like you said, Kayak instead the one to play off that utility. They said that there'd be trouble when it came to this setup, but not this time. The change from Fnatic finds huge success. It's impossible. It has to be. You can't even take that refract. It would end the round on time alone. 16 to 15. Another shot for Fnatic.
It puts them now at a round deficit. And the main takeaway for me is there were moments ago where we were looking at Alpha, yes, so far and above sort of anyone in the server, but in OT, Kayak has just gone mad. Like the 3K entry into one of the sites.
I got your boys on B. That's my side, that's my side.
In a monumental fight back, and they go back to the B site. It's where they've been successful, but they need Kayak to stay alive, and while Vekaj is gone.
Oh, so is Boaster, so is Kayak. Falling like dominoes, Alpha and Crashies. And the flank now known to be coming through. They are boxed in. They've got to come out swinging with no real chance. It's 16 to 16. Well, we got two more. You know, we can still win this. We got two more to go, whatever. Fnatic, do or die. Every round has got to be burning through their late game energy.
Players already here on A. Two watching for Nats' lurk as well.
About to use his dash.
Outlaw. He is literally hunting for this operator. Oh my goodness, Nats! The first was just to deal with a guy with no armor. The headshot, well, that was the cherry on top of the cake.
We talk about Fnatic burning the midnight oil. The only shot that's landing is with a bow and arrow. Finally, Vekaj gets in there for one. But Team Liquid and Nats with the outlaw. Match, series, and Santiago point for Liquid.
This was crazy as well, like just the reaction shot from Camo. But find me another man on planet Earth who plays Cypher.
Don't pick me on me.
There underlines it. It's what Nats is known for. He's had to temper his aggression over time. People figured out how he likes to play, and we always said that would be his downfall. Once people realized, well, obviously he's always behind you, but he's reinvented himself again and again, and now as a leader, he's looking to keep up the streak of internationals. A strong start, but Fnatic not pulling any blows. This means as much to them as it does to Liquid, but it might not matter. A 3 versus 2. Camo writing some checks for himself on backside. And it looks like his aim can cash them in. Team Liquid 18 to 16. They have delivered a defeat to Fnatic that Fnatic have never seen in this rivalry. Back to 2021, they traded series, but a flawless best of 5 is one for the history books. Well, it feels like the first time we've seen this many rookies, this many new faces going to the internationals, to the global stage. EMEA with BBL and mates round out with some experience on Team Liquid, but still some new faces to that stage. Liquid with a dominant 3-0 best of 5. They take the final and the final ticket to Santiago with it.